Hey, what's happening, guys? How are you all doing tonight? Just hanging out. I was actually on my way to the grocery store this evening when I had some thoughts rumbling through my mind that I had to release. So here I am. Just wanted to talk a little bit with all you guys and kind of share some things that have been on my heart and kind of share a little bit some of the journey where I've been at and where I believe God is speaking and bringing me toward. A lot of you actually do know quite a bit about my history and everything, but a lot of you don't have any idea of who I am, what I'm been about, and I wanted to share a little bit here tonight about that. For me, I've had a extensive background with ministry, working in all different facets of ministry with music, with working with children, especially with children that have been either orphans and they've been adopted or been in foster care. And I've had a huge heart for that, and I've actually worked a lot with children and families that have been there, worked in children's homes, and I've loved that. It's been an awesome time in my life. I've served many years here in Kansas City, and I have really enjoyed that. And then at one point in my journey, of course, I met a lovely woman named Vibeke from Norway, of all places, and fell in love, and we got married. I brought her back to Kansas City here, and now we have a 2.5-year-old son. But when we got married, it was such a change and a radical just shift that had to come over me in my thinking about things, because God had been speaking to me about dreams in my heart for doing other things with business and being able to create wealth and be able to help be giving into different things that I'm passionate about with children and orphans and survivors of human trafficking, and my wife as well. But there was immediate need there to provide for my family, and so I found myself really in a challenging place without any sort of really marketable skills that I knew of. Just doing ministry things, which was great, but didn't know what to do. I tried different sales gigs and some really junk stuff too. But I found myself doing some insurance actually, and I'm still doing insurance and been able to work hard and get to a place where I've been doing pretty good at it. But it wasn't easy. It was very difficult, and there was times when I didn't think I could actually handle it, the stress and everything, and the no's of having to face rejection from people and all that comes along with sales and marketing. But I've really enjoyed the journey, but I still feel that there is so much more, and that there's so much more yet to be done. And God's been speaking to me about some of these dreams more and more lately, and there's still the challenge of finding the time to carve out in a busy schedule when you've got kids. I've got a 2.5-year-old that requires a lot of attention, and I love him to death. But it's tough to find that time to be able to work on the dreams that my wife and I have together. And she's been working business. She's been doing a lot of things on her own, but knowing that we want to develop something that's going to create lasting wealth and that's going to be able to be a blessing to many. So it's been really difficult, and there's been a lot of struggles internally for me too, because I come from a background where I was not necessarily always supported and given all the emotional confidence I needed in a lot of ways, and still struggle to this day with a lot of anxiety and fear of rejection and challenges, and just fear in general when it comes to pursuing these types of things. But I just know that I've got to keep going. I've got to continue to put the dream before me and continue to walk. And it was just at some point when I felt like I had this just moment of like, why would God put these things in my heart? Why would he put these dreams in me for me to not fulfill them, for me to not do anything with them? Why would he give those to me? And it was like I just knew I have to keep going. I can't stop. The journey is not over. And I have to continue on and keep working toward those things that he's spoken to me in my heart. And my wife and I, we do have a plan to create wealth and to actually build business together and to be able to help do that online and present a business that's going to be able to serve people locally and across the nations. We're very excited about what's going on here, but I just feel, even though I've not necessarily arrived, I feel this hope and this belief. And I just want to give to you today, just again, inspire you with the hope and the belief that God, he's spoken things to you, he's said things to you, and maybe you're still wondering, can I do it? Do I have what it takes? And I would grant to say, yes, you do. That God doesn't give you a dream. He doesn't speak to you about these things deep within at the core of your being without giving you, enabling you to walk them out. So I encourage you to go for it, to continue to grow, to continue to develop yourself, develop the skills. There is one saying my grandfather said to me, it's hard by the yard, but it's a cinch by the inch. You've got it. You just take those baby steps. So guys, I believe in you. You can do it. Let's do this. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.